The U.S. Census Bureau recently named Georgetown as the fastest growing city in the entire country. When a city grows and changes as much as Georgetown has, the people who protect and serve the citizens must adapt and grow as well. The new leader of the Georgetown Police Department says he's up for the challenge. Georgetown Police Department was founded in 1948, 74 years ago. You've been part of that for a third of the time, 25 of those years. Is that correct?
Well, that makes me feel old, but thanks.
After a quarter of a century at Georgetown PD and a year as the interim chief, Cory Tchida had that interim tag officially removed on June the 6th.
I think what set me apart from other candidates is the genuine relationships and connections that I have within the community that have been established over 25 years.
Relationships are important to the chief. He didn't exactly plan on being with Georgetown PD for 25 years. After finishing college at UT Austin, he took a job with the Aransas County Sheriff's Department.
My goal was really ultimately always to kind of get back to Austin. And I had worked as a volunteer at Austin PD when I was going to college in the teleserve unit. And I kind of always envisioned myself going to Austin PD. But I kind of had to get back here because Austin wasn't hiring at the time, so I took a job in Georgetown. But what was striking to me is I very quickly fell in love with this place.
There's also no way he could have expected the growth this city has seen since he joined the department in 1997. The population in Georgetown has grown from 25,000 25 years ago to more than 75,000 today. How does a city that changes that fast, how does the police department keep up?
And that does place significant pressure on all aspects of the community, obviously, right? Not just law enforcement. And there are certainly definitely inherent challenges with that, right? Like we are facing the very same issues with recruiting and retention that we're seeing throughout the entire job market, really.
The chief says the attrition his department saw last year was the highest he's seen in several years. And in a place that's growing like Georgetown, that brings additional challenges. Here's why.
You look at from the time to hire till the time that they're operationally effective on their own, like is conservatively around 13 months. So one of the things that the city has done is started to authorize us for what they call overhires. Having the ability to do overhires allows us to say, hey, I know Brian's gonna leave in July, so I can hire for his position now.
So the new officer is ready when the retiring officer leaves. Tchida says they are currently down 2 officers, but have the ability to make 5 overhires. That's in addition to those officers who are currently in training.
I coined a phrase, and I think it's really important, is that much like a lot of employers, we are desperate to hire, but we're never going to be desperate in hiring.
The crime rate here is about 63% lower than the overall crime rate in the state of Texas, despite being the fastest growing city in Texas. So what do you attribute that to?
That is not Georgetown PD's success, right? That is this community's success. I'm a firm believer, huge fan of Sir Robert Peel, the founder of modern policing. One of the things he talks about, and when I talk to the public, I hammer this home all the time. The way this is supposed to work is the relationship between a community and its police has always been and always should be a partnership.
Problems that affect departments in larger cities affect Georgetown too, specifically homelessness and mental health issues.
Well, I can tell you as a 26-year veteran in this profession, we've understood that for a really long time, but we have been placed on the front lines because there hasn't been a lot of help for us. And we want to be part of that solution, but ultimately these are community problems that are going to require broad-based community solutions, and some of the things in the law enforcement tool belt are not going to be the answer.
Tchida says that 80% of his officers will have crisis intervention team training for mental health. He's shooting for 100%. He also hopes that solving these problems can be a team effort with the people he serves.
We're not going to enforce our way out of homelessness. We're not going to enforce our way out of mental health. We want to be part of the equation, and we'll do whatever we can to help, but these are community-based problems that are going to require engaged communities to actually help start to mitigate and solve some of these issues. The movie Miracle, about the 1980 U.S. Olympic hockey team. And one of the things the coach tells the team is great moments are born of great opportunity. So I think here at Georgetown PD, we're taking some of these challenges that we're seeing as not just challenges, but as really as opportunities to have great moments, right? To how can we be more engaged with the community? How can we be more responsive to the community? I said it, and it's not hyperbole. Like, I love this place. I love the people that work here. I love the people in this community, inside and outside of this job.
It's a big job in a city that's getting bigger and bigger. The Census Bureau, in fact, says at the current pace in Georgetown, the population will double there in less than 7 years.
Oh, I can believe it. I've gone to Georgetown lately, and it is changing like you wouldn't believe.
The chief is enjoying his position and is looking forward to the future, and it's going to be interesting to watch Georgetown over the next several years as it continues to grow.
Great story, Brian.
Thank you very much.